The Univerge Blue Monitor mobile application provides many of the same features seen when browsing to the Univerge Blue Monitor dashboard. These include a camera dashboard where you can see all the cameras that are defined to your account, with thumbnail views that allow live video. You can navigate to an events page, to archived video clips, go to your profile page, as well as a unique feature which allows you to use your mobile device as a mobile camera for streaming video to the Univerge Blue Monitor dashboard. The Univerge Blue Monitor mobile application is compatible with iOS or Android devices running OS versions defined in their respective app stores at the time of download. Search for Blue Monitor in either the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. As with stationary network-attached cameras supported by Blue Monitor, the mobile camera feature of the Blue Monitor mobile app requires the purchase of a camera subscription. Multiple mobile devices can use the same login credentials simultaneously, but only one mobile device can deploy the subscribed mobile camera at any given time. The Univerge Blue Monitor mobile application can be downloaded from either the Apple App Store for iOS devices or from the Google Play Store for Android devices. On first launching it, you will be asked to provide the email address and password that are identical to those used for logging into Univerge Blue Monitor's dashboard when browsing from a Windows PC, for example. There is, beneath the sign-in button, a link that reads Forgot Password, which allows you to reset a password. Here we're simply going to click the sign-in button. On logging into the Blue Monitor mobile application, it opens to the equivalent of the Cameras tab when using a browser to access Univerge Blue Monitor. These are the thumbnails that are displayed for each of the cameras that are currently active. If you look across the bottom of the screen, you'll see 4 icons with a round camera symbol in the middle. We are currently on the cameras page, indicated by a blue icon. To the right of that is a white bell, which is the events page, showing all events that have been captured based on motion or audio detection. The large white circle with the blue camera symbol at the bottom center is used to launch the mobile camera function for streaming live video from your mobile device to the Blue Monitor dashboard. To the right of that is the floppy disk symbol for the archive page where previously generated and stored clips can be accessed, downloaded, and viewed. To the right of that is the icon for going to the user profile page. The thumbnails seen here in the Blue Monitor mobile application are not refreshed automatically. If, however, we select one of the cameras, for example, PM Office as seen in the middle right, it opens to expand to the width of the device, which is currently in a vertical orientation. If, however, you had the device rotated horizontally, that image would fill the entire display. As indicated by a date in the lower left-hand corner, it is currently the 29th of September in this example. And over on the right, we see a little red LED indicating that this is a live view. There's a calendar button in the lower left corner of that image where, if selected, it opens a view of a calendar where every blue square represents a date in the past to which we can jump. The number of dates that are available on the calendar vary with your subscription. Here we are selecting the 28th, which would be yesterday. The view is refreshed, and as can be seen when using a browser instead of the mobile application, it opens to the selected date at midnight that morning, 0000. We have similar controls to those seen in the browser version that allow us to pause the display, move to the right along the timeline, move to the left, or you can grab a hold of the index and drag it to the left or to the right along the timeline. Notice that we're not currently in a live view. If you want to return to the live view, you press live and a little red LED is lit to indicate that we are now back to today's date and today's time, as is reinforced by the date in the lower left-hand corner and the time in the lower right-hand corner. Note that if you wanted to return to the thumbnails view, on the camera page, you would select the arrow in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. We can also click this button to go to a full screen view, which, if your device is oriented vertically, should be done concurrent with rotating your device. On coming into the full screen view, we can see at bottom center two controls that were not visible previously, one of which looks like a crop symbol. This control has multiple symbols in that one location as you toggle through various aspect ratios. We came into full screen view from a somewhat cropped view, thus the crop symbol. If we touch that symbol, we'll toggle into the next mode, which is a widescreen mode, allowing us to see the controls a little bit more easily against a black background. The next mode is a magnifier, which allows us to do two-finger zoom in and out gestures as well as one-finger pan gestures. Clicking that again, we return to the widescreen mode. To the right in the bottom corner, we see that we are currently in an HR scale. That's an hourly scale for the timeline. Clicking 12H allows us to expand the range of time covered by the timeline so that we have more gross changes as we click the reverse or forward arrows. If we want, we can instead go to the hour scale as we had started out in, and lastly to the minute timeline. Now, keep in mind that these are not 12-hour scales, 1-hour scales, and 1-minute scales. They are just representations of more than 12 hours, more than 1 hour, and more than 1 minute. They are nevertheless compressed along the timeline at various granularities. There is another control that looks like a padlock, which allows you to lock the controls so that you don't change anything accidentally by touching the screen. Clicking the padlock, an unlock symbol appears in the upper left-hand corner as all of the controls at the bottom of the screen vanish. Clicking that unlock symbol unlocks the controls. Let's rotate back to a vertical orientation. Notice that the previously selected widescreen aspect ratio has been retained. Again, we can exit this view by clicking the back arrow in the top left corner. Let's rotate the device again. Let's have a look at the mobile camera function that's used for streaming live video to the dashboard from your mobile device. Select the mobile camera function to frame the scene before you start streaming video to the dashboard. On first coming into this function, you might have to select this button to rotate the view before we start streaming. This button in the center at the top allows you to toggle between front and rear cameras. The leftmost button allows you to mute the microphone of your mobile device if you only want to stream video without audio. For the purpose of illustrating the controls, I have intermittently been freezing the display. During setup, before you actually begin streaming, you will have a live view. To begin streaming, click the button that looks like a play button. This will initiate the video stream to the Blue Monitor dashboard. As the video begins, a timer can be seen beneath a pause button. This pause button can be restarted by pressing play, then pause, then play. But here we've gone 9 seconds of actual streaming to the dashboard before clicking the pause button. When you've finished streaming video, click the back arrow button to return to the camera page. Let's navigate to the events page by clicking on the bell-shaped icon. The events page is very similar to that seen when browsing to the Blue Monitor dashboard from a Windows machine, for example. All of the automatically captured events are in chronologically descending order. They were captured either on motion or audio detection. Selecting one of them we have much the same functionality that we have with live camera views, including the ability to go to a calendar, to go full screen, to pause the display, to scrub the index right and left, to use the reverse or forward buttons as needed. Now let's navigate to the archive page where manually saved clips that are stored at the Blue Monitor server can be seen. In the mobile application, you have the ability to select an archived clip and download it to your mobile device. Here we are only going to click cancel and exit the browser application. Lastly, let's open the profile page where you can disable notifications that normally cause an alert every time an event is detected, and you can log out from the profile page.